Hello all, Havoc here. Let's get ready to play some Space Engineers. Okay, so in our last episode, we got our cool mobile basing all set up. Well, vaguely set up. We're not gonna go with finishing it out. We're just literally just gonna pack it up and head north. So what I did do is we go into inventory. I put enough detector components and radio communication to build a large detector and a large radio antenna when we land. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to do that when we get there. So let's go ahead and park, power up our thrusters, and for the sake of the travel, I'm going to go ahead and just record and then just do one of those little speed up bits, and so hopefully it won't take us too long to get there. So here we go. Okay, so as you guys can see, our distance is going back up. So we've actually passed where we're going to be relative to the moon base. And there's a lake right there, actually. So that mountaintop is pretty close to directly below the moon. So kind of pan around here, see what we got. There's another lake right there. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to set up on that mountaintop. So we'll start heading that way as soon as we slow down. I guess we can use some of our big thrusters, huh? There we go. Now we're going back in the right direction. So what we're going to do is we're going to go set up on this mountaintop, and we'll be high. Excuse me. We'll be high up enough that we'll be able to get plenty of sun for all of our solar equipment, and also we'll be able to. It'll be a shorter distance to orbit. So we're going to be 103,000 meters from orbit. And so what I want to try to do is build a platform up and to a certain height. I'm not sure what the height is yet. And then we'll actually be launching from that other platform, not from down here. So we'll transfer supplies up from here to the platform, and then from the platform into orbit. At least that's the plan. The other thing too is we could set a base up over there, like at one of these lakes, and then only come up to the mountain when we go on to launch. That could be another thing too. That lake's pretty close. That one's pretty far away. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. It's a little under 103,000. See, it's slowing down. It should start going back up here in a second. So we're pretty close to directly below that beacon we have on the moon. Yeah, so we're going back up. So we're right at that point. Right in here is directly below the lunar base, or where we plan on building the lunar base at least. So what ends up happening is these atmospheric thrusters, they stop working the higher you get. They get less and less efficient. So there's going to be a point where if we continue to go up too high, they just won't work. So that's something we have to be mindful for. And I think we're getting to that point, actually, because we're barely slowing down. So there's a large patch right there on the side of this mountain. And I'm thinking right about here is where we're going to want to... I'd like to get on top of this mountain if we have the thrusters to do it. I'm not sure we do. We are barely climbing altitude, and we had no problems at sea level doing it before, so gives you guys an idea how rough this is actually being. Alright, so I think we're just going to set up shop right here. We're going to head towards that little mound right there. And we'll drop anchor. Oh, I didn't bring medical components. Oh, no, 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 slow down, slow down. Whew. Wow, that was... I hit down, I hit C on the thrusters, and it just way too harsh. We do not have enough thrust at this altitude to even begin. So the slightest little tap and it's just falling like a rock. Thrusters are struggling. And I got none of them touching. There we go. And that'll do. So we'll dock, kill all our thrusters. And let's get our lights turned on so we know where it's at. And we made it. We made it to the north. Well, what we're dubbing the north anyway. And this will be moon base, or base 2. So I'll start out with GPS, view from current location. I make it base 2. Alright. And we don't need to see it because right now we're here. What I do want to do is kind of blast over here real quick. I want to look and see if there's a lake a little bit closer. Nope, that one is about as close as it gets. Okay. So I think the lake over there is a little bit closer than what we're looking at for that one. And touchdown. All right. Well, so now we're up here. We can run our solar facing that direction because the sun's literally going to come up from over there and go all the way across the sky. And so we'll see the sun a lot longer here than we will in the past, which is pretty cool. And we still build it up higher as well because we're going to go up anyway. So kind of like how I showed you guys how we built that other tower using these guys and the number 4 on our hotbar. That's kind of what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a tower, go up, and then I'm going to put tubes along the way, along the side or something to get up there. and yeah, so that'll be how that's gonna work. So let's go and do, come in here, new station block. Oh wait, we need some materials. Inventory. There we go. One piece. That's all we need. So we're gonna put that right. Actually, let's put it right here so we can get in and out easy, I think. Bam, there it is. Inventory. Oh, not heavy armor. Gee. Oh. There we go. So I did bring enough stuff to build a few solar arrays. Whatever was on the other station, we'll be able to build here. So that'll be convenient. So let's go. Alright, so this will give us a little ramp here to get started on. And let's throw a corner in there for the shenanigans of it. There. Okay. So now we have a little ramp here to work. So G, new large ship. Like so. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to build the ore detector. And that fun stuff that goes with that. And I think we need some large steel tubes. Yeah. There. 3. Okay. So, hey, can we just get ice from the snow? I wonder. That'll be convenient for refilling my hydrogen. So, okay, so next up we want to do ore detector and antenna. So you're going to go there, and you're going to go there. Oh, wait, is there a control panel on that thing? Does not appear so. No. Alright. I foresee that being one of the ones that's updated soon. The ore detector looks very archaic. Computers, detector components. Okay. So we need 25. We have 31 with us, so we'll be able to build smaller scout vehicles. Okay, so the detector component. And now we need a ton of steel plates and radio communication stuff. I'm going to guess a ton more computers. And where are those radio? There's a couple. I literally just made them fit wherever they fit. There we go. So small tubes, large tubes, and more radio communication. Small tubes, large tubes, and our bag's full. Alright. Inventory full. Alright. And we need It's the lasso radio tower stuff, and we'll be good. 36 more, I think. There you go. It's 26. 28. Best we can do. And done. That must have been 38. Yeah, that was 38, not 36. Oh, come on now, something's got to fit somewhere. There we go. Alright, so that's that. So now we need to put a inventory. Oops, we want to put one of these. One of those there, so we can actually control it. Ah, we need some more hydrogen. There we go. Can we use it yet? Okay, we can use it. Alright, so ore detector. Broadcast using antennas, great. Antenna range 10,000 meters. Sweet. Enable broadcasting. So now it needs power. So I throw a solar panel on here and I think we'll be good. Inventory. It's actually, I think, how much we need. I think like 126, something like that. And some tubes, I think. I'm not sure. So let's go G. Get rid of this stuff. Put him on here. Oh, it's 64, so we can put 2 on there. Large steel tubes, construction components, and computers. There we got it. Let's put some of those back. Grab that. There. I think that's enough to build 2. At least that's a plan, right? Alright, how much fuel we have? We got plenty of fuel. Come on. Burning fuel here. There we go. So we need 1 solar cell. Alright. Easy enough. There. 10,000 range, solar panels, good. So now we put a antenna on this guy. Let's put it here. Let's put it back here. For radio tower parts. There's 2. There. So now if we climb in here, we should be able to see a bunch of ore, please. I'm hoping. Okay, so either that thing's chewing up too much juice and isn't being powered, or it's not picking up anything. So let's go ahead and go with the antenna max range and see what happens. Nada. All right. Well, we're going to wrap up the episode here. We're here. We're not entirely safe as we don't have a medical bay, but that's a work in progress. We'll get that going here in the next episode. And actually, I'll probably take care of that between this episode and the last. I'll head back to base 1, which is 49,000 meters that direction. So we'll just call it 50,000 meters that direction, and 50 kilometers, and grab the medical bay stuff, and probably the tadpole. Bring the tadpole back here so we can have a scouting craft. So, alright, we made it. Base 2. Next stop, orbit. So this is Havoc. Have fun, and keep gaming.